Do we even need to talk about antioxidants? We all know they are a very good addition to any skincare and any diet. But maybe there are some doubts in your head, maybe there are some doubts in my head. Is this antioxidant better than that one? Do they work best as food supplement or as topical application? Can it be that our body can produce its own cellular antioxidants? Answers to all these questions next. Hello skincare people, welcome back to the channel H Traveler, where I try to shake up skincare ideas, see if they stand, ask the precious question, what is that skin wanted before marketing got in the way? So here, this series, which is about to come to an end, but there will be more and more series coming next. But if you are new to the channel, this series called The Perfect Formula builds a pyramid together with you, together with my 30 years of experience working in the skincare industry, for the past 12 years working in product development. And I've always been asking myself, what are the ingredients that really work? Because there is an ocean of ingredients out there. You cannot buy all products out there and just be diverting your attention in so many different directions, believing that this is a miracle, this is a star, this is the thing you need. It's so much more interesting to look back to your skin biology, understand what is that the skin understands, and to base your skincare collection and rituals mostly around ingredients that your skin can understand. You can certainly track back different videos. We have established the basis of the pyramid, the core of the pyramid. Actually, at the core, we have mentioned already antioxidants, namely vitamin C. There is a whole video just about vitamin C. And then we came to the third tier, the one I say it's the most exciting, where we have the cell promoting, turnover exfoliating ingredients. And now we are finalizing the side, which is extremely interesting, the skin identical and the intercell communicating. And there we have SOD, superoxide dismutase, which is the king antioxidant. We will talk later on. Another thing I like to do is to promise you free products in the end of the video. So stay till the end of the video. Just it will happen to you maybe like it happened to Sally. The nice picture she sent me. Thank you very much, Sally. She left a nice comment, interacted with the retinol video. Actually, if you have missed the retinol video, here the link. I think it's a good one because it's an ingredient that has so much to still understand while it's so talked about. And Sally got her retinol booster from my brand, my baby, Swissline. So if you want to be the next Sally, let's see end of the video. Maybe because this is the last Perfect Formula Pyramid video of the year, I will be so generous, Christmas inspiration. And maybe there will be 2 products to give away to different persons, so that both one and another can get one Swissline product. Antioxidants are like sacrifice molecules. They basically trap those unstable molecules before they affect your tissue. That's why I say they are sacrifice. They say take me instead of taking your cells. So antioxidants can come under several families. Let's organize the house as I always like. So first group could be vitamins. The most antioxidant labeled vitamins are for sure vitamin E and vitamin C. As I mentioned, there is that video about vitamin C. In that video, very clearly, I already state that it's not really what I bet most of my hopes. I love vitamin C for brightening. In the video, I explain why, as an antioxidant, maybe I don't bet so much on it just because it's so unstable. Vitamin E is far more stable. Tocopherol in your INCLI list. Vitamin E is oil soluble, so it's a typical antioxidant which prevails more in oily skin. People with dry skin, which are not lucky enough to have their own reserves of vitamin E, because if you have very little sebum, vitamin E will have a very hard time, your own systemic vitamin E, to come to the surface. So favor the presence of tocopherol in your skincare. And these would be the two vitamins which are more seen as antioxidants. So other family of antioxidants could be the carotenoids. And here we talk about pigments that exist in nature. And they are typically carotenoid, carrot, so the typical orange pigment from carrots, but not alone. So a lot of food sources which are orange, red, purple, very much around vegetables, you have high quantities of carotenoids. I would not say in skincare, I think they are the best way to go, because it's awfully difficult to stabilize them in the formulation, like so often the case for antioxidants. As another family for antioxidants, you have the polyphenols. And polyphenols, which are abundant in nature like there is no tomorrow. So in several fruits, vegetables, you can find these compounds. Also in grains, rice, you can find it in typical fruits like pomegranate. You can find them in wine as well. Another family I tend to like very much are the flavonoids. And flavonoids are interesting because not only they can interact with those reactive oxygen species, trying to separate the bad part from the good part, but one thing that flavonoids can do is actually chelating. And to chelate, it means to fraction heavier, bigger particles, namely the heavy metals and the metals present in the food chain. And this can be very interesting because those metals can actually in your bloodstream trigger immense cascades of oxidation, cellular oxidation. And as flavonoids, you can have various also plant and fruit obtained, but then you have a subfamily which is the isoflavones, and soy being the core source for all these isoflavones. There is one, the leading one, which is genistein. So another antioxidant to search for in your INCI list, in your product. Genistein and any significant amounts of soy proteins, soy derivatives are a source of isoflavones. And I would say that this is the reason why my brand Swissline, we are so keen on these technologies, ingredients built around soy in all Cell Shock White collections, exactly because of that. Because for a mature skin, these isoflavones can compensate for the accelerated oxidation due to hormonal changes and mature skin. And then we come to the most important and the least talked about family of antioxidants, which is what I would call cellular antioxidants. So the antioxidants which are naturally present in our body, which are generated by our body. That was one of the questions initially. Are there any antioxidants that our body produces? Yes, there are 4 or 5 which are extremely important. They can be used in skincare as ingredients. We definitely in Swiss skincare and at Swissline include a lot of these cellular antioxidants. And also as food supplements, I will show you my favorite in the very end. So super important cellular antioxidant, SOD. I'm not saying SOS, but it is kind of SOS against oxidation. SOD, which is short for superoxide dismutase. And this is exactly your naturally born antioxidant enzyme, like any ACE, anything that ends with ACE in biochemistry, it's an enzyme. And SOD being an enzyme has these, as long as you're alive, expression. Of course, with aging, its expression will be downregulated. But SOD has the capacity to answering to the level of oxidative stress in a healthy metabolic state to overcome most of the upregulation of the oxygen radical stress species. And these unstable molecules, SOD, will create the dismutase, because the moment you are able to separate hydrogen, oxygen in one of these reactive species, you simply shut down the cascade and the chain reaction. So we use at Swissline SOD in a pure form. We use SOD inducers as well. There are ingredients which can also boost, and I will mention them when I talk about the food supplements in the very end. So SOD should always be there in your skincare regimen. You don't need to use it every day, but it's good that some of your skincare products, at least one product, will give you a good supply of SOD, and you also will have lifestyle practices which favor the expression of SOD. What are those? Everything which can fight inflammation can promote synthesis of SOD. So balanced circadian rhythm, good level of sleep, deep level of sleep, because most of the repair from oxidative stress happens during sleep. So sleep is not optional. It's not something that, well, maybe I get dark circles, maybe I'm a bit more tired, and that's it. No. Sleep, it's youth in a bottle. The idea of beauty sleep, it's not something which is only fairy tales. Also, as cellular, naturally born antioxidants, you have alpha-lipoic acid, which also has, like the flavones I mentioned, some chelating, so also separating the metals and allowing your body to de-rust. So think oxidation as rusting, and cellular antioxidants as your own body mechanisms to de-rust, to remove the rust particles and get rid of them. And then you have the ubiquinones, which is another family of skin's own antioxidants, the most famous coenzyme Q10, which you can also have as a food supplement. And just to finish, the last one, glutathione, which has had for the last decade a lot of polemic because of glutathione, which is a natural non-enzymatic antioxidant, injections. And I'm not here to talk about injections for sure. I think what is interesting, it's body-own upregulation of glutathione. We use it in all our brightening, anti-pigmentation spots type of formulations, but don't think that ever the topical application will be enough for you. Most important, it's your own production in a healthy metabolic path. So the more healthy you are, the more you think about a healthy lifestyle, the more your skin will benefit. It's very interesting that we always take as an evidence that healthy lifestyle leads to a healthy looking skin. One of the main reasons for that is actually the abundance of antioxidants and the potency of antioxidants in your cells, in your bloodstream, to be able to fight in your tissues that ongoing oxidation. So I would always favor in skincare formulation these cellular antioxidants I mentioned. So the SOD, the glutathione, the alpha-lipoic acid, and the coenzyme Q10. In my book, these are by far more interesting, more bioavailable, not necessarily more easy to stabilize in the formula, but if well stabilized, more bioavailable than all those polyphenols and the carotenoids and those which we tend to associate with the living food sources. While food, working with our body biochemistry, it's fantastic. While topically stabilized in a formulation, there is always a question mark. There is the temperature, there is the exposure to the oxygen, there is the reaction with the water in the formula as well. So galenic can also be important depending on the type of antioxidant. That's why I prefer the cellular antioxidants, not so reactive to the water or no water presence in the formula. So before closing, just sharing here 1, 2, 3, 4 food supplements. They all come from a German manufacturer I like very much, which is called Sunday Natural. I will link it below. If you are in Europe, it's probably something to study. If you are not in Europe, I'm sure there are other qualitative sources for these food supplements. So what I'm talking about, it's exactly a combination. That's my magical cocktail. I don't do these all year around, but I do certain periods. And also when I feel that I'm working more intensively, even though I love my work, sometimes you can feel that it's getting too much on your energy levels. And then I reach out to these antioxidants. So surprise, surprise, we have glutathione. You can guess next, not necessarily, but the four you will be right. Lipoic acid, coenzyme Q10, and then the one for SOD, because SOD tends to be less stable as a food supplement and to be bioavailable, because your stomach tends to ruin it and nothing will in the end be absorbed. So there is one mushroom, surprise, surprise, actually last week or the week before last week went up, you can find it here, a video all about mushrooms in skincare. And this is actually one mushroom which was not covered in that video because it's not part of the products I was reviewing. And this is snow mushroom, which scientific name is Tremella fusiformis. And this is a Russian Siberian mushroom, which is a booster for your own SOD synthesis. So, as promised, 2 products packed with cellular antioxidants. So because it's the end of the year, I want to give away the most expensive products from Swissline. So leave comments below, send emails, do whatever you want, but make yourself felt and heard. And I will give away one Cell Shock White Diamond Serum, which punches these big dose of genistein and glutathione, and the Lux Lift Overnight Balm, which is a night velvet treatment for dry, mature skins with a lot of genistein, soy derivatives, and pure SOD. So the highest concentration of SOD. So I'm sure you're going to get excited as I got excited when I decided, just in case you just joined the channel, don't think I'm going nuts, but in this series from the beginning, I promise that I will always be wearing a different tie, and I think so far I've kept my promise. So today we have Prada, and this is a metaphorical tie because here you have embroidered beautiful bird, you have a pheasant, and the idea of this tie is to really metaphorically describe antioxidants as elusive birds of youth. They fly away. Look at the pyramid, look at many other ingredients. Don't bet all your life on antioxidants alone. Antioxidants, go for the mix, healthy lifestyle, some optimistic happiness, and I'm sure you will be fine. See you next week, always on Fridays. Ciao, say no to boring skincare. Skincare without cellular antioxidants. So you just heard me, with ties, without ties, it would be good you were there. So if you haven't done so, subscribe now to the channel and activate the bell every Friday.